Hi, awesome ones. Well, I really know that you love my fashion mistakes videos, and I thought today, you know what? I'm going to do one for when the weather gets chilly or the winter season, right? And I have 7 tips for you. And I also know I made sure that there's some before and afters in the mix as well. Now, as usual, this is just my own opinion, so that's really important for me to let you know. But I really think there's going to be some tips in here that are going to help, and probably a few that you've never seen before. So let's start with tip number 1, which is wearing like black pantyhose for when you're wearing a skirt or a dress. You're going to freeze because there's nothing there. And a lot of times what I like to do is I like to wear my tights, and they look lovely, but you know what? There's not much there as well. So that will be a very chilly mistake for you. What I love to wear when it's cold outside are cozy hose. These are from Berkshire, and what they are, they're a pair of tights, but they have, I don't know if you can see this, they have fleece on the inside. So it's just all lined with a fleece, and it looks like a normal tights on, but it's lined with fleece. So it's very important when it gets chilly out there that you keep your legs warm. And you know those tights that I just showed you, if you are wearing a pair of trousers and it's really cold outside, they're a lot better than long johns. And I know that fleece tights can be really hard to find, so I'm going to make sure that they're underneath the video description and even in the comments, along with some of the other clothing that I'll be wearing. And by the way, if you go to amazon.com/shop/awesomeover50, you'll find basically all of my favorite fashions, plus some makeup too. All right, next let's talk about tip 2, bundling up. All right, so I get it. The Weather Channel is calling for a wind chill, and you go into bundle up mode, but you don't have to look like the Marshmallow Man on Ghostbusters and have that as your outcome. Let's take a look. So here I've definitely bundled up, so much so that I'm not only looking like I gained 20 pounds, but I also look frumpy too. This is not the look you want to have when meeting friends at an outdoor festival or outdoor patio. You want to still look like you're aging with attitude. So how about this outfit? Wearing the same coat and pants, but this time I have a stylish hat to keep my head warm. The thick gloves have been replaced by warm leather ones, and instead of the big purse, I have a smaller crossbody one. The boots are tucked under the pants, and I'll talk about them in a second. Now, what you didn't see in that last clip is that I changed the boots out, and I changed the boots out to something like these are called lawnmower boots. I wear them, I kept them dirty for you because I just wanted to prove to you that I do wear them. And they are waterproof, they're comfortable, they're warm, and they fit nicely under a pair of pants. Now, to get rid of some of the bulk also, what you could do is you could wear maybe a camisole or a t-shirt like this, very, very loose, you know, kind of lightweight, but it's giving you a little bit more insulation, so you don't have to keep on putting on sweater after sweater. And if you like videos like these, I would love, love, love for you to subscribe. There's a button down there somewhere. And don't forget to click on the bell, and that way you're notified when my next video is out. All right, next we're going to talk about the trending wide leg pants. Let's take a look. So as you know, wide leg pants are trending these days. And you may be tempted to just throw on warm, thick layers over top, but wearing this look with wide, almost oversized pants will just make you look huge. It's better to wear warm layers that are bulky over slimmer pants. This will add height and also make you look much slimmer. Here I have a blue top underneath for warmth under a lovely crochet sweater. But notice how much longer and leaner I look with a slimmer pants style. And don't forget to stay till the end because I always have an inspirational message for you. All right, so next let's talk, I think we're on tip number 4. Let's talk about the trending earmuffs and also headbands. Let's take a look. Now I just think that the headband or the earmuffs trend, especially the black ones, are not a great way to frame your face. I just feel that this is a way that really emphasizes my wrinkles. If you want toasty ears, opt for a warm hat like this one. It maybe even is a color that goes with your eyes, and pull your hair a little more forward to frame your face. All right, for tip number 5, let's talk about getting dressed up. All right, you've got the fancy dress on, maybe you're going to a New Year's party, and you've got your sandals on. Take this from experience. This is not a good idea when it's slushy or snowy or anything like that. Even if somebody drops you off at the door, you still have to walk in your slush and your feet are frozen and they're wet. Not a good look and not a good way to spend the rest of the evening. These days, gold and silver shoes are really, really trending. And look at this. This is a full closed-in pump. It's got a kitten heel. This comes in silver and gold. And they are really, really trending. They look lovely with all kinds of dresses. And I even have a pair of slingbacks in silver here. And again, I'm just kind of protecting my feet a little bit. And for tip number 6, let's talk about bulky, no-shape sweaters. And for many of you, you've been wearing the same kind of warm sweater for years. Let's take a look. This has been the go-to for many of us during the winter months, but this blah, shapeless top does absolutely nothing for us. Let's say you're hanging out at a friend's cabin and it's chilly. Better to wear an undertop and a stretchy, stylish, maybe faux suede moto jacket like this one. And the best part, if someone lights up the logs in the fireplace, you'll just open it up and you don't have to roast in that bulky sweater. All right, my next style is kind of similar to the last one, and it's all about wearing turtlenecks when we kind of look like we have a floating head. Now, I know we got to keep our necks warm, right? But not always do we want to wear a scarf either. So, what to do? Let's take a look. Here I have a kind of floating head look, and because it's just my head, I'm also emphasizing all my wrinkles on my face. Better to have a turtleneck style top with a zipper. That way, you're warm when you're outside approaching the home or the event, but inside, you can kind of unzip a little to show a little more stylish outfit and get rid of the floating head illusion. Now, one of the main things that I wanted to show in this video is how bundling up doesn't have to look bulky. Now, unless you're going on an Arctic expedition, you can make some really good style choices. And you know, sometimes, I don't know, we seem to kind of remember as we're getting dressed how our mom used to bundle us up, you know, to go out when we were kids, and that's just no longer a look. The good news is today with fleece-lined tights and camisoles and stylish boots, we can really, you know, not look like that Marshmallow Man on Ghostbusters. We can still be toasty and warm, and we can look like we're aging with attitude, no matter what the Weather Channel says. And to me, that's just one more way to keep it awesome.